myself being like the like boomer dad trying to bond with their kid the other day, because Nati's really into like watching streamers. She has like a particular one she really likes. And I was like, sometimes I watch streamers too. Just trying to like connect. And she was like, really? Yeah. And I was just like, damn, I feel like such an old man, bro. Like,
she's like, really?
Weird.
Name 5. Yeah. And you can honestly just make up words. I think bucket foot, 2-hat Tim, like
bucket foot 12.
Yeah, you can probably just make random noises, right? Because these Twitch names are getting out of hand,
insane,
right? Like, what does it even mean, dude? Like,
potatoes and conversations?
No, like papas, like we're dads. You know what? Yeah, potatoes and conversations.
Welcome back, everyone, to Papás y Pláticas. With
episode 8.
I am so glad you keep track of the number.
Only because I'm uploading everything. It kind of sticks. Because I see when I'm editing, I say episode 7, episode 7, episode 7. So I know we're on 8. Yeah.
Fair enough. For those of you guys that don't know, Monster does literally all the work behind the scenes. I just kind of show up and talk a
He's
little
the
bit.
Face. Like, we needed some eye candy, so what else to do it?
God damn, that's some disgusting candy. It's like the candy they give out at Halloween.
Like licorice?
The kind they give out at Halloween that all the kids get mad about. You know?
Oh, no. We got full-size Snickers here.
No.
Yes, sir. Family size.
Fun size,
whatever you need.
No, but welcome back to episode 8. We appreciate you guys being here with us. Before we start, we just want to say, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the bell. I know it's kind of a placebo effect and it doesn't really work, but it means the world to us. Costs you nothing. We appreciate it.
Yeah. It means a lot. You guys sharing, commenting posts, any kind of engagement. If you have ideas, Sophie's telling me like, oh, I'm watching and, I wish it was live so I can interact with you. I'm like, just comment. I'll be there. I'll comment. Reply. Trust me, I'm on that damn YouTube app. All day. Someone comments, I reply. I'm pretty sure it's a record of how fast I reply to these comments.
It's pretty nice. Usually, like, I'll get the notition. I'm like, okay, I'll get to it. By the time I look at it, it's already replied to.
2 paragraphs, synopsis, review.
This man is on it.
I have nothing. I literally just change diapers and edit videos. That's all I do nowadays. So
I appreciate.
That's what I do.
That's what she did.
That's what we do now. So
yeah.
So today we're gonna have fun, man. I don't know. I think last episode was great. We kind of winged it. Let's try it again, man.
Yeah.
I don't have anything crazy planned. So
man, likewise. How's the snow day?
Oh man, Atlanta got hit with a snow day. That was awesome.
Did you take your kids out?
Yeah, we did, man.
Nice.
I went to work 4 a.m. Friday, and I was like, well, if it starts to snow, we'll figure it out. And then like 7 o'clock, 7:30, it started to really lay on, and I was like, oh snap.
Yeah.
Basically I come in, my colleague switches out, and he's like, dude, he left like at 5, and at 7 he's texting me, I can't get home, dude. It's taking me forever. And I was like, so I text my boss, yeah, dude, I'm out of here, dude. I can't stay here. Like, it's already piling on. And I go outside covered in snow, like quickly. And I was like, oh, I might have messed up.
Because the Weather Channel was saying that it wasn't going to start till like 9-10 or something. It started at like 6 a.m.
Yeah,
bro.
It started early, dude. So by 7:30, I was like, I'm out. I'm going home. And I'm driving home. And I'm slipping and sliding. And like, can I make this hill? Because that's what happened last time it snowed, like 10 years ago. I was at Julie's house, and I tried to leave out a little Toyota Celica, and I couldn't make it up the hill, dude, because the car just kept sliding
it kept sliding back down.
I was like, oh
that's
no,
funny.
I'm stuck here. And I spent the night at Juju's. It was awesome.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, a little slumber party.
Yeah, slumber party. And then the exact same thing happened with Ceci. I went to visit her one time, and it snowed like a few years after. I actually got the notification. Like a picture like 10 years ago, like something like that.
Yeah, and
it's literally their snow day picture when it snowed, and I was like, oh, we should recreate that photo, and then we never did because obviously the kids and we were just busy.
Yeah,
but it was a lot of fun. I got home like at 8. I told Ceci, it's snowing. She was like, oh, that's cool. She didn't care. So I was like, all right, we'll go edit videos.
I feel like as an adult, you don't care about snow days anymore.
No, but I was super excited for Emiliano.
Yeah, exactly.
I was so excited for
the
him.
kids. It's fun.
Yeah.
Like, for us, I work from home, so it wasn't really an issue for me. Adi had to work that morning, so she took off. She calls me at like 6:30 in the morning. She's like, I think I'm turning around. And I was like, okay, do that. Like, is it bad? And she's like, it's so bad. Like, there's a roundabout not too far from her house that she has to take to get to work. And she was like, I started like sliding. And I pictured in my head, like, Tokyo Drift. Yeah, just ding, 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 ding. And like her RAV4.
She's like, yeah, no, I'm going home. She just kept going.
Yeah. And like another car's just watching her and she's just like, dumb. But she made it back home safe. Nati woke up shortly after. Of course, I was super excited to show her outside. Yeah. And she's like, can we go out there? And immediately in my head, I'm like, I don't want to go out there, bro.
Yeah,
it's cold.
Like, oh, yeah. It's cold. We're not prepared. I don't have like winterproof gloves. I don't have any of that. So when it snowed when I was a kid, dude, we would get trash bags and socks over our hands. Like, that's how little it snowed and poor. I mean, we were very poor. We lived in a trailer park. But we literally went out there with socks and like trash bags under our socks so we don't get it. Still got wet, obviously.
That's insane.
And we made snowballs and had a blast. And with Emiliano, I was like, dude, we don't have anything for you. And Ceci had some gloves. So I was like, just put these on. And they look like damn Hulk hands on them. And he's like, yeah. He was so excited.
Man doesn't care.
He didn't give a damn.
He's there for a good time.
And he started throwing snowballs and make snowmen. And about 30 minutes in, he's like, not even. I think it was a good 20 minutes. And he's like, all right, all done.
Yeah, like that was cool.
He's like, this is... Clearly, he just was not prepared to be out there, to be honest. But he loved it. It was awesome. And then we went inside and the snowmen are still there. I mean, I still got pictures of the snowmen. I went out there this morning and they were still there. And I'm like, God damn. This is like the longest I've seen snow stay, to be honest.
Apparently, like, the snow here is different from the snow up north. Because I grew up north. And, like, when I was building a snowman here, it was hard. Because, like, the snow isn't, like... I don't know how to explain it. It's more icy. Yeah. It's not, like...
It's like you're trying to make it now. Yeah. It's like super hard.
Yeah. It's hard. It doesn't stick as well. Like up north, what I would do is make a little snowball and just start rolling it on the ground and it'd get bigger. You can't do that here because the ice won't pile on.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's different. But I will say, like, I was slightly prepared because, again, I'm from up north. So, I got a bear Tims.
You had the skills.
I had the Tims.
Yeah.
Ready.
Sheesh, not the Tims.
Dead stock, bro. Yeah. I pulled them off the shelf. I was like, my moment has come.
Already laced up. Already prepped. I heard it.
Slid
liner,
my feet
everything.
in.
That's crazy.
I was like, I'm good. We had like a little snowball fight. Tried to build a snowman, failed. Had a little snowball fight. Avi came out, got mad at us because we jumped her.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, have you never been in a snowball fight? Yeah. Everybody knows when a new kid shows up,
they give
that everybody gets that guy, and then you pick a team, and then you continue.
Well, it's crazy. I never had like huge snowball fights because obviously it never snowed like that down here.
Yeah.
What we had was either pine cone wars, right?
God.
We would throw pine cones at each other,
throw rocks at each other,
or dirt clods. Yeah,
that's
or dirt clod wars. So we would literally like imagine like 30, 40 kids going by the lake and just picking up third clods and throwing it. And I specifically remember hitting someone in the face.
I feel like that explains so much about the South.
Ran out crying, and I was like, "Oh, that's all right. Maybe I'm done." Because how some pine cones aren't open yet and they're solid. That's like a medieval weapon, dude. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in the trailer park, man. I don't know, just a bunch of kids running around doing crazy.
Dog eat dog out there.
Dog eat dog, bro. I learned quick, yeah.
Oh, man. Up north, it was dope. Like, on a snow day, it was a neighborhood event, bro.
That's cool.
Kids you've never met in your life were just like, all right, I'm on this team.
Right.
Like, everybody was in it.
That's awesome, man.
And
that's so cool.
I mean, we would, like, you put the actual rock in the snowball from time to time, and you're like, bring out the big guns. Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Was that in there?
Was that in there? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But that's it was hilarious. Fun, man. As a kid, I never understood like why my dad always hated the snow because he had to like shovel and everything. But as a kid, I was like, it's fun, relax.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Now as an adult, I'm like, this sucks, bro. It's cold. I don't want to be out here.
No, it's scary because now looking around, I saw literally a tree fell on my neighbor's house. It wasn't like a huge tree, but still, I was like, oh, man, imagine dealing with that. Like,
for real.
I'm looking at like the pergola, the canopy, the weight starting to like, I was like, oh no, this was not made for snow.
Yeah, dude. We were not prepared for this.
No, we're not. So I'm kind of like, crap. It exposes the weakness and like things you're not expecting.
In the southern infrastructure.
Cracks in the foundation. Yeah. So I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, it's cool. It was nice. And it's crazy that you're still out there. I mean, there's still a lot of snow. It's been like a couple days and it's starting to look like that. Like coconut, it's
like coconut shavings.
Yeah, like coconut shavings with the mix of the pine leaves and It kind of that's what it looks like right now. My big back ass.
Because like I would have never thought of that. You know? It's just like it looks like shit.
I didn't even eat coconuts like that. Like,
looks like a good old almond joy.
Yeah, I feel like I just want to take a bite. Yeah, don't do that, guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did you see all the like TikToks in Atlanta of like?
Oh man,
Atlanta's so
funny,
unserious
dude.
about everything.
They're so
bro.
funny, dude. Yeah.
Like I saw people with like inner tubes just like sledding.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like Jesus
sledding.
Christ.
I saw one when they gave a snowman a lineup. They made a snowman. They were giving him lineup. I saw another one. They made a snowman. They put a puffer jacket, aluminum foil, chain.
Yeah.
They put studs in. It was awesome, dude. I was like, yeah, that's dope as shit. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
I saw one where they made a snowman and they were just playing like Atlanta trap music and he had a Glock. I was just like, bro.
yeah, I saw that. It's funny. They, the barber one at the lineup, they did the spray lineup and everything. It was cool, man. And then they tackled it. No,
oh my
like,
god, man.
That's awesome, man. I mean, you know, it's cool that people get to enjoy it. I feel bad for kids, man. Like nowadays, there's not a lot of like outdoor like big, you know,
big
like,
events,
big
like
events for kids, and you know, there's something that they can enjoy, you know.
Yeah.
Growing up, man, I used to do this shit all the time, man. Even the trailer park, which was like just literally, I mean, like every other house had a kid my age, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we would go out and the park would be full of us, running around doing crazy shit. One time we there were a bunch of hills, so we would take some siding off the side of the trailer, right? Because it's like the trailer, and then it's on blocks, God. Right? But the lower skirt, it's like just like siding that's like soffit siding, so you could take pieces out to get under to like repair something.
Yeah, and
we would just take a piece and like use it to go sliding down the hills.
It's
right?
like your house was made in Fortnite.
It's almost like my house could like be one solid rain, and my house is floating down the street, dude. Yeah. And every kid would go and like, you know, take it and we'd slide down the hills. And one time I went down, my siding got stuck and I kept going. And I just started eating all these branches and pine cones all over my stomach, dude. It tore me up.
That's like Ed and Eddie shit. Like you just get down to a bottom mouthful of pine cones.
My stomach, my shirt went up. My stomach got scraped up, dude. I was like, oh, and I didn't know any better. I didn't want to tell my mom because it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, I'll just find something. I guess I was looking for Neosporin and I couldn't find it. I put some Icy Hot. That was not a good idea, dude. I just imagine a little fat kid rolling in bed, trying to get the pain. Please stop. It
I don't know if it's the injury or the Icy Hot, but it hurts.
I don't know why I decided to torture myself that day, but I mean, it happened. But the reason we had to stop is because some badass kids, dude, would like, they wouldn't even take it from their own house. They would just see a random trailer and yank the siding off their house. And then some cop, or I don't know if he's a cop, someone who came up, hey, where'd you get that siding? He's like, I got it from my house. Nah, you didn't. You stole that shit. And I'm like, yeah, I did. Look. And I had like show him my house. He was like,
that's funny, man.
But, so these badass kids, dude. They started taking siding off. I'd be mad as some kids running around taking siding off my house.
Honestly, I can see myself doing it. If my dad yelled at me and was like, stop taking our siding, I was like, all right, I'm going to take the neighbors.
Yeah,
so I can see myself doing it, bro. I remember when I was a kid, I was a very good kid. Like I was very sheltered, but I would get into a lot of like, I wasn't supposed to because either my brother or my friends would like push me to it.
Yeah.
And one of these situations with my brother, every time they sent the Monopoly things back, McDonald's sent the Monopoly things to the houses in the mailbox.
Yeah.
We would split streets and hit everybody's mailbox and steal the Monopoly.
God,
which I'm pretty sure it's like a federal crime to go through somebody's to go through someone's mail. But I was a kid. I can't be tried for that.
Right. Statute of limitations.
Yeah. I was a minor. I never got a cut of anything. I didn't get a free Big Mac or anything.
You wanted anything, right?
Yeah. But like, it was like the we would get into for like no reason, you know. So I could see myself like,
as a kid,
I'm taking someone's siding.
As a kid, I mean, god damn, you get in trouble for doing the dumbest shit. I mean, but you know the McDonald's thing. Did you hear about that? They ended
it was all rigged, right?
There, people ended up getting like lawsuits and like arrested federally for rigging it, sort of.
Yeah, there was like a docu-series, and I think on Hulu, and I saw like a part of it. You know, my attention span is shot, so I only watch parts.
I was watching TikTok while I was watching.
And like, like the way they make it sound is so crazy. Like the dude that was running it would like carry it around in like a briefcase, and sometimes he would just give it to like friends and families. But like,
oh man,
you want a cool meal, bro?
That's crazy.
Like, it was nuts, man.
Because you're not even allowed to play, are you? If you're
managing
if you're managing, you're not allowed. Yeah. But, I mean, monopolies are so weird. Not monopolies, lotteries.
I was gonna say monopolies. Yeah, I mean they're illegal.
Yeah, the game Monopoly. No, but lotteries, there's like a lot of stipulations where you can't. There's certain things you can't do. That's why the government is like the only one that's allowed to run them.
And that's why, like, a lot of like giveaways, they're like no entry,
There's
no purchase
ways,
necessary, right? Yeah,
there has to be a free way of doing it. Even though
it doesn't have to
really
be a
hard.
realistic way.
It's just really hard. Like you have to send 10 letters to get half a point.
Yeah, exactly.
Versus buying gives you 20.
Which is like, okay, well, I guess, sure.
yeah, right. Yeah, that's why Mr. Beast got in trouble, right? Because you're doing some lottery.
Man, I don't know, man.
I don't want to piss off the Beast.
Well, yeah, for real, right? But I knew something was going on
with him.
Like, yeah. I was like, no, rich billionaire white guy.
Right.
Yeah. Fool me once, Elon.
Is
Second
he a
time around,
he's close, right?
He's close. He's well off.
I mean, it's crazy. Like his videos get so many views. Like even the people that steal his content are millionaires.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Man.
Like,
and like, I don't know. I saw one where he was like, yeah, it's got like however many million. He was like, that's a slow one. Like, that's a shitty video.
Yeah.
We're over here getting like 50, 60. I'm like, let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I mean, their stuff is so... I mean, I like the idea of like giving money away, right? And people hate on the fact of like, oh, like this man bought a homeless man a meal because he's recording it. Like that. Turn the camera off. But in my opinion, dude, like if that makes you buy a homeless man a meal, then let him do it. I don't care if he gets a view. You know what I mean? Because the fact is, are you buying a homeless man a meal? I don't think so. You know
I agree. I think you can do the right thing for the wrong reasons. Right. You know? And
screw it. I mean,
it's net zero at the end of the day, right?
Yeah. So like, I'm all for that. And then there's people, especially with people that do it like in other countries, in Mexico and like Central America. Like these people really need help. You know what I mean? It's really nice to see.
It depends.
It's really cool.
Who's doing it?
No, like from people from Mexico, from Guatemala, like actual influencers from over there.
From over there.
From over there. Not. I mean, Mr. Beast did build those homes, which is kind of cool. But then they just ended up selling them. Yeah. But I don't know how that works, right? Legality
because
that.
I have a serious issue with like the white savior complex. But like if it's a local doing local things.
No, local do. Yeah.
That's why I'm not necessarily anti-cartel. You know. Yeah. Like they do a lot of bad, but from what I hear, they do a lot of good in their own country. That's all I'm saying.
I guess that's true, man. I mean, if you have someone like back in the day, they would like, you know, help the community and build schools. And I mean, that's awesome. Yeah. You know,
you might have to look for every beheading, you get a new school. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, we get a new bus.
I'm saying. At that point, it's like,
let's start looking for people.
You're educating 100 by beheading one.
I mean, hey,
seems like a fair trade.
A net positive right there. Nah, I don't know. It is. I mean, it's nice to see other people, you know, make it and like, you know, give back. And I'm not necessarily talking about cartels. I mean, just any sort of influencer or celebrity or, you know, because a lot of people say like, why... When a celebrity has like a really big
like following
and they have a specific they're activists or something or they have, you know, they're like, why don't you stick to music or why don't you stick to acting, mind your own whatever,
shut up and dribble,
right? And it's like a lot of people, my biggest complaint is like, if he's not going to stand or they're not going to stand up for whatever they believe in, like, who will? They've reached a point in their life where they have an influence. They can reach people and bring attention to serious situations. And why not? You know what I mean? Unless it's like really stupid. Like,
well, the thing is, let's be real. Well, the problem is like that person has a message that I don't agree with. So I want them to shut up.
Right.
You know? Like, I don't know. Like, and... Let's be real. That's the right, because there's a lot of things I hear that I don't agree with, but I'm not like shut up, you know. I'm just like, you're an idiot. I don't agree with that anyway.
Yeah,
like Hogan, and I'm just like, I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't care, bro. Like,
yeah, you saw he got booed.
Yeah, hilarious. That's why I brought it up.
And Macaulay Culkin got all this praise, which is really funny. He's like, "What the hell? Why did he get a bigger closet?"
Like, we know.
Come on, bro. Like,
but speaking of activism, have you seen? Well, first, have you heard Bad Bunny's new album?
I actually haven't heard it. I've only heard that one song from the TikToks. Yeah, which is damn, dude. It's such an
man.
The TikToks might be adding way more like context to it if I hadn't seen them, but it hits hard.
Yeah,
with them.
How's it go? What is it?
So you haven't heard it?
Yeah, no.
Something like that. Yeah.
Debía tirarte más fotos.
And it's just pictures of like the
grandparents and people passed away.
Yeah,
I don't know. So as far as activism, Bad Bunny has been very like vocal regarding like everything going on in Puerto Rico and like the gentrification,
right?
And like it's funny because I saw like one TikTok that was like Bad Bunny dated a white girl y regresó más Latino, and I'm like, facts, bro, because he dated a white girl and he just came back more Puerto Rican than ever.
Yeah, he probably got a taste of it. He's like, man,
he was like, these colonizers ain't shit.
Yeah, that's funny, dude.
But I saw he did like a short like film thing for the album. It's so sad, bro. It crushes me because I looked at it, I was like, yo, that's my dad. That's my dad right there. Yeah. Like, it's like an old dude. He's in Puerto Rico. He goes to like a cafe and he's ordering food. And everything he orders, well, it's a white girl behind the counter, first and foremost.
Yeah.
And he's ordering, and like, you know, he speaks English, but like kind of Spanglish.
Right.
And he's ordering stuff. And it's just the most like, like, he orders like a quesito. And they're like, we have this kind of quesito, a vegan quesito. And he's just like, traditional quesito. Right. And she's like, so you mean regular? And he's like, sure, regular. Yeah. And it's just like, oh my God, like we can't have anything, bro. And then like it finishes off with him trying to pay, and he pulls out first of all, he ordered a tripleta and quesito.
What's quesito?
I don't even know, bro.
Oh, is that like coffee and cheese or?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But I know a tripleta is a sandwich.
Yeah, I know tripleta, yeah.
But and he ordered. This is another point. He ordered it with papa cheese.
Yeah.
I knew what that was.
Okay.
I told Adi, does she know what papa cheese is? Nobody knows. Do you know what papa cheese is?
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
It's
Daddy
like
cheese sounds disgusting.
He goes papa cheese and she's like father?
Yeah.
No, it's
like potato cheese?
Yeah, right. It's a cheese that our podcast brought now. It's not the brand, but like that's what it says on packaging. Like it's like something tropical papa, you know, but whatever. So he orders it, he tries to pay with cash, and you can edit a lot of this out, it's fine. He tries to pay with cash, and she's like, oh, we don't take cash here. And he was like, I was just here like 2-3 weeks ago.
You stopped taking cash?
Yeah, and they took cash. And she was like, oh, it's a new policy. It's all cashless. He's like, can I pay you later? You know, because like, especially in like small Latin communities, that's very normal.
Right.
You know, like
that's
you know the
normal.
guy
people having like accounts. What's it called?
Cuenta.
Like cuenta,
yeah. Like it's very normal to be like, yo, I got you, right?
At the end of the week, I'll pay my bill. Yeah.
Exactly. So she's like, we can't prepare your food until you pay. And he's like, but I knew the previous owner, you know, like I knew the guy that sold the place. And she was like, I can't do anything. And then like a random dude, another like Puerto Rican dude
Bad Bunny comes in.
Yeah, not Bad Bunny.
Meal.
It's just like a random dude. And he's just like, con calma don. And he pays with it, you know? And he's like, seguimos aquí. And, you know, for non-Spanish people, it just means we're still here. And like apparently it's a popular phrase in Puerto Rico now of like, hey, we're still here. Like we're still here thriving or whatever. And I don't know, man. I've never been someone who's been overtly like super Puerto Rican, like super like yeah. But like it pisses me off. It pisses me off seeing what's going on over there. Like bro, they put us down. Like you know the comedian at that thing talking about Puerto Rico's a trash island or whatever.
Right.
But like all y'all moving over there, right?
Exactly.
Like you guys like everything about us except us. And it just, oh my God, it infuriates me.
I mean, yeah, as gentrification, dude, people don't realize it, but it's a thing in Mexico too. I'm on Mexican TikTok a lot, and I see so many comments of like how like some places only take dollars, some places like it'll be like for us a $10 torta sounds like whatever, but in Mexico it's like
that's insane. Yeah.
200 peso. I don't know, something crazy, right? Yeah. And it's like, that's the average. And like, dude, I can't even get food in my own damn town anymore, you know, because everything's going up. And spices, we eat a lot of hot sauce. Hot sauces are getting weaker.
Yeah, I heard that they're modeling down the hot sauce because
people are complaining.
The colonizers don't like it.
And I'm just like, I mean, it's hard when they bring so much money, man. Like, it's hard for businesses not to like cater towards them, but I don't know. It's
from a business perspective, I get it, but like at the same time, it's like, yo, we were fine before y'all got here, and we'll be fine once y'all leave.
Yeah, that's true.
So stop coming. Like they come screw things up, and then be like, y'all need us because things are screwed up. It's like, yeah, because you screwed it up, bro. Like, oh my God, I'm not gonna get into the history of how America completely destroyed Puerto Rico's economy and how pharmaceutical companies took advantage of the island, but it is just so frustrating to see all these like crypto bros and just like people going over there and buying houses.
Yeah.
Like building fences around the beach, even though that's illegal. Like beaches are public property.
Right.
And they're trying to circumvent that by like building houses next to it. It's just frustrating, man.
Yeah. It wasn't Justin Bieber in hot water, Jake brothers, the Paul brothers.
I know the Paul
Jake
brothers
Paul
are.
And them and stuff going on because they're buying property and I don't know, man. I think it's tough, man.
That's what Bad Bunny has a song in his album basically what is it called? Basically saying like he doesn't want to happen in Puerto Rico what happened in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened in Hawaii. Like if you talk to a lot of locals who moved over here, they left the island, they'll say like we're priced out of paradise.
Right.
They're like they made it so expensive, so impossible to live there. We had to leave. And that's exactly what they're doing in Puerto Rico, man. And it's sad to see. But like at the same time, like Hawaii was thriving before they became a state, you know? Like I've been to Hawaii twice now. Adi stayed there for like, I don't even know, like 2 months. And if in her mind, if we were to win the lotto and just whatever, she wants to move to Hawaii, just live there.
Really?
It's so nice. And I've never been somewhere that universally hates colonizers as much as I do.
I mean,
they're
experiencing it. Like, they're legit to this day.
And they are like locals, they are so proud of their culture, and it's something beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate it so much. Like
the pushback.
Yeah, like they are just so like, no, this is our culture. We love it. It is part of our everyday lives. You can respect it or you get the hell out.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I mean, South Park kind of had an episode on that where they were like, yeah, it's like white people that moved out there 5 years ago to retire, and now they consider themselves locals.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And it's like, oh, man, I hate these tourists.
It's all just white people.
It's so stupid. Yeah, it's just other white people. It's really funny.
And I also like it because it's funny. Because I'm a little darker. Obviously, I'm not like super dark, but like especially when the sun hits me, you know, I tan very quickly.
Yeah.
And Adi's a lot fairer.
Right.
So when we go there, they're super nice to me.
Oh,
and like
really?
a little standoffish with her. And I've never experienced that in my life.
Oh, really?
I've never been the majority anywhere.
Brown privilege.
Yeah. It feels so good. Like we went to like this like waterfall swimming spot and like she gets out, they don't say a word to her. I come out, they're like, how'd it go, brother? Good vibes. I'm like, yeah, man, it was fun. Yeah. It's just so nice. And like
walk by the shoulder check.
And like the tattoos help, like they see that as like a plus, you know, like it's because tattoos are a big part of their culture. So they're like, yeah, fucking tattoos, cool.
Yeah.
And like here, it's not a thing. So I just thought like, these are my people.
That's cool.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a different vibe, man.
They're also like 6'5".
A lot of, I mean, not all of them.
Big dudes, right? Like,
I mean, the Samoans are.
The Samoans, right?
Yeah, the Samoans are big,
American
big
Samoa.
dudes. Yeah. Some Hawaiians, you know, just
regular dudes.
Regular size. Yeah.
That's cool.
That's
super
cool,
nice, man.
People,
no, I've
though.
never been to Hawaii. I've never been. The furthest west I've been is Texas, I think.
You never been to Cali?
I've never been to Cali.
I thought LA was like a mecca for all Mexicans. Like they have to go there.
I'm not that kind of Mexican, dude. Cali sounds cool, but it's just different kind of Mexican. I don't know how to explain it. Like there's in the US, there's like I guess 2 kind of Mexicans, right? Cali Mexican, 3 Cali Mexicans, Texas Mexicans, and then everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Or like immigrants. My parents, paisas, right? I mean, I'm an immigrant. But like I grew up in the South. I grew up in Georgia.
Yeah.
And then I speak to someone from Cali, and I'm like, "Oh, you're from Cali." Like
I can tell
by the way you're talking and the way and the way you hate everything. 'Cause it's not Cali. I can tell you're from California.
Yeah.
Like,
Los, I know you're not watching this. Bro. This doesn't apply to you, bro. You're from
a little
Atlanta.
bit. He doesn't like any. He doesn't like the tacos here. He doesn't like. It's fine. Dude.
Oh, Los complains about everything.
Yeah. That's my boy, though.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, there's definitely this like subculture of different Mexicans, and I'm like, Cali sounds cool, but I've never been there. I don't really know anything about it besides what I see on TV.
Yeah,
I've never been.
I've been a few times. I like it. It's cool.
Yeah,
yeah.
I've been to San Antonio. I think that's the furthest west I've ever been.
I've never been to Texas. I want to go.
San Antonio is super cool.
I've heard it's cool,
right? Because like it's like little Mexico, man. It's crazy.
That's dope. I like
everything.
that.
All the streets are in Spanish. We went to PAC South, and the name of the convention was like Guadalupe San Juarez, some shit like that. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, "What the? That's dope as shit." And it's just such a beautiful town, man.
That's dope.
I'm a Spurs fan, so I see people with the Spurs. That's kind of cool.
That's dope.
So it was nice. It was really nice. It's just in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. I mean, literally, Texas is just like city, desert for 10 hours, city. And I'm just like, I can't live here, dude. I don't want to. I don't know. From here to San Antonio was 16 hours, and like. God. 9 of them were in Texas. You know what I mean? Like, from here to Texas was like 5-6 hours, and then from there, and then I was like, "Oh, your family." That's what I said. Your family's in El Paso, right? Like, let's go visit them. How far is it? I look at it. It's like another 19 hours. No, it was like 10 hours. Another 10 hours in El Paso.
That's
like,
nuts, bro.
Yeah, no, never mind. I'm good. Next time. Oh, I'm lying. I went to Vegas one time. I went to Vegas with Ceci. Yeah,
I've never been to Vegas either.
Up because we didn't have anything planned. Like, don't do that. When you go plan something, go figure out what you're gonna do. Because if not, you're gonna be doing a whole lot of walking
and
not doing anything. We didn't see a show. We didn't see anything. Yeah,
I don't know.
Last minute.
Adi wants to go to Vegas at some point. I don't have an inclination to go. I'm just like, I don't gamble.
Right. Vegas was cool, man. Vegas was really cool. It was really pretty. I mean, it's nice to experience,
Yeah.
And then the strip, you can drink. So people are just walking around drinking and shit. But I mean, it was kind of like sightseeing. It's really not, if you're not, gambling. Yeah. Not much going on. I mean, besides looking at things and getting drinking and like, spending a lot of money. You know what I mean?
I'm not a big drinker and I don't gamble. Yeah. So it's like,
I know weed's like super legal over there.
You got me.
Super
you got me
legal.
there. Yeah.
So I remember one time we're like, oh, we should hit up a dispensary on the way back, right? And then I literally thought that. I told Sassy we should hit one up on the way home. And Julius texts me, hey, man, I just got drug tested. I was like, all right, this is a sign from God. Because I didn't even text Julius. He just texted me out of nowhere. He just texted
you out of nowhere.
Like, all right. This
the
is
Lord's telling you something. He's looking out.
This is a sign from the all-knowing developer in the sky not to do it.
Yeah.
I'll call it. All right.
Good thing I don't get drug tested.
Yeah. Imagine if they called you in. Hey, we need you to come in and get drug tested. What the hell kind of...
I would just submit my resignation on the spot, bro. I was just like... I had a good one.
Yeah, we tried. We
did like, hey, good luck closing the books. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think if you were going for like a trip for a specific reason, a wedding or like a bachelor party or something, yeah, I'd go. But other than that, it's all right. I don't know if I want to go back. She has family there, or she had family there, so that's what kind of like made you go there. Yeah. But other than that, it was all right, I guess. Okay. I don't know. I've never been to New York. I've never been anywhere, dude. Never been to New York. Never been to Chicago. That's why I didn't know where Boston was, dude. Like, I don't know where anything is, I'm not well traveled. My parents made like a 2,000-mile trip here, and then we just stopped.
I mean, fair enough. Low key, same. And like, for a lot of my life, I hadn't been like out west or whatever. And it isn't till like recently where we've been semi-financially stable enough to like go places. And I think a big motivator for me was like, one, Adi. She would have left me if I didn't take her places. She's very bougie.
I heard that.
Then two was I have a boy who came from India. He works with me. Shout out Vignesh. And when he came here, bro, he traveled to like every state.
That's cool.
Like he was sending pictures of like just everywhere he went. And I'm like, bro, what am I doing?
Right. I know,
like
man.
This man's just living life. And like for me, that was a big motivator. I was like, I'm gonna start traveling a little bit more, you know? And then when did the pandemic happen? 2020, 2021, around there. I had a complete like mental break. And then I was like, I need to live my life. Book tickets to Japan the next day. I don't know if that was the best financial decision in my life. You know, don't book things when you're depressed. But maybe sometimes you got to be depressed to book things. You know?
Maybe it's what it takes. It takes being on the brink of life. Of life to make that financial trip. Yeah.
But I think that was a big push for me, man. Like realizing like, I'm not gonna be here forever, and let me see the world before we blow it up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree. It'd be nice to make time, but man, it's so hard.
It's hard,
especially when you have kids, when you have responsibilities and shit. Like. That's my advice to you, man. If you're young, dude, get out there.
100%.
Enjoy your
Kidless,
life, man. Do your thing. I mean, if you're planning on having kids, you know, do what you got to do. But all I'm saying is, if you don't know what to do with your life, you know, make some money and go out there. See the life, see the world, meet people, you know, because once you have kids, unless you're rich, it gets really hard. You know, your priorities are different. I'm more concerned about putting food on the table than 100%. You know, fulfilling my dreams. Well, actually, that's not true because we're here right now.
I know. Look,
we're making it work. It's not impossible. But, you know, I'm just saying, you know, especially now trying to travel with kids.
Oh, dude, and you have the little one, so that's
baby.
Like nearly impossible.
So it's like I can't imagine doing an 18-hour flight with the kids.
No, dude,
I'd lose my shit. Like, I'm sure it'd be fine, but I don't want to. I don't want to.
No, I don't want.
I don't want to. You know,
like I could do it. Doesn't mean I want.
Doesn't mean I want. Yeah.
Nati's traveled so much that she's used to it, and I know she doesn't realize how blessed she is, bro.
Of course,
As a kid, like your parents wouldn't take you anywhere. My parents wouldn't take me anywhere.
Dude. The furthest we went is like Savannah or Destin, bro. You know what I mean?
I went to Connecticut. I lived in Jersey. That's like a state over. You know?
Why would you? What's in Connecticut?
A family.
Oh, okay.
So it was even like a outing.
Yeah.
This kid has been to like DR, Hawaii, Cali like 6 times. Japan.
Right.
Like she's well traveled,
and she's gonna forget all of it, right?
Yeah.
By the time she's a teenager,
she's been to Disney, which that was my first time too.
I've still never been to Disney. Yeah.
Overrated, super expensive. Don't do it. It's Photoshop your kids into a picture, gaslight them.
Tell them we went.
Tell them
we went. Use AI to make a video.
I'm saying, like that was you. You don't remember?
That was you.
But like, Nati's traveled so much that she's like used to it. Like she just like boards the plane. There's like old people that it's like the first time traveling.
She knows all the processes.
Yeah, she like pulls out her little iPad, pulls out her headphones, and she's like,
the neck pillow.
Yeah, like chill.
She rings the lady. Can I have a glass of ice water, please? That's cool.
No, but and now that she's older, it's a lot easier. I'm sure once your kids are a little bit older, it gets a little easier. Especially if Emiliano helps out,
right?
It gets easier.
Yeah,
but when they're little, it's tough, bro.
Yeah, I mean, my daughter, dude, I'm so blessed to have her in the sense that she is super chill. Yeah, like she's a very chill baby. I mean, besides the fact that she just wants to be carried 24/7, but once she's down and she's cool, like she don't give me no trouble. You know what I mean? You know, some babies are just like constant like crying. Colic and crying, and so I think we would be okay. But she definitely like she just wants to be held. Yeah. And said this morning she gave me, she's like, here you go, I'm gonna go whatever, and then she puts her down on my lap and she's like, started crying. She's like, why you putting me down?
Yeah,
like, I'm right here. She's like, you're not gonna get up anytime soon, man. You're not tricking me, bro. Like, I know for a fact you're not getting up. Yeah, like, you got me. So
that's funny, man.
Nah, one day though, we do want to do some more traveling.
Talking about the finality of life. The TikTok trend with the Bad Bunny song. Let me give it a second take.
I'm gonna clip out all this whole 30-minute conversation.
Just be reorganize it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. The TikTok trend picked the Bad Bunny song.
Bad Bunny song.
It's so beautiful, man.
Bro. it's killing me, man.
All I do on TikTok is cry for other people. Like I see, I'm just like, God damn it, he has cancer.
Yeah,
What?
like first of all, stuff like that would never get to me till I became a dad. I don't know what it is.
Man.
When I became a dad, I became such a softie,
man,
bro.
I can't, dude. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Like, I'm literally, I don't know these people, man. I don't care, right? But now I'm like, oh.
Yeah, man. Before I'd be like, that sucks for you.
That's
now
crazy. Yeah.
You should have taken more
God
photos, bro.
Damn it, we need I'm gonna call my dad real quick.
Yeah.
I love you, Dad.
Bro. And I think that has something to do with it, right? Because we put our own parents in like the lens of what you're saying. Like, and that's what gets me. Like, my dad's gonna be 70 this year, bro. I think. He was born in 55. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, Pops.
That's my mother-in-law's birthday. 55.
Really? Yeah. So my dad's gonna be 70, and like he's constantly telling me like, "Yo, I only got a little bit more time."
Man, that's tough, dude.
It hurts,
that's
bro.
Very tough.
And I try to be like, you know, your dad lived till he was like 90 something. You got years, and he hits me with the like, your uncle died at this age, your aunt died at this age, and I'm just like,
yeah, I never met my grandparents. My grandfathers, they passed away before I was born.
Really?
I never had a grandfather. And my dad is close to 60.
Okay.
And I'm just like, and my mother-in-law, she's like in her 70s, or she's about to be 70. And I want to have the conversation with Ceci because her mom is like, her grandma or great grandma is like 95.
Damn.
And I'm assuming in their mind she's gonna live that long, but you don't know. I don't want to, like, I'm not calling wood. I don't want to put that bad juju on anybody, but you don't know. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's like, you guys should really make time to spend time with your mom.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, facts.
And it's just, I don't know, it's crazy.
And I don't know, that's something I've tried to be better about in my life, especially these recent years. I grew up not very close to either one of my parents. Like, obviously they were there. Like, I grew up in a 2-family household, and they were good parents for the most part.
Yeah.
But my dad was always kind of like strong silent there, you know, like he was very much like, I'm gonna take care of you, I'm gonna make sure, like, you know, you do the right things, but we never really had conversations. And here in the most, like, I don't even know, man, like 3 years, bro, we have grown so close, like, and
I mean, that's great, dude.
Fuck, I'm like starting to like tear up thinking about it,
right?
But yeah, man, like we've grown very close, and like I have unlocked so much like dad lore. He tells me stories. I'm like, where, bro? The hell?
You find out the craziest lore. The dad lore is the craziest.
It's nuts, bro.
Because they never say.
Yeah,
and you find out. I had to find out through my mom, like half the stuff that's going on with my tios and them.
Yeah,
and then my dad starts telling me, and I'm like, who the are you? Who are you? I don't even know you.
I'm saying, like, my dad, like, and he just drops it casually, like, so and so, this happened, and I'm like, what?
I saw that on TikTok one time when a guy was saying, like, his dad was like just talking to them and say, oh, by the way, one time they thought I died because my best friend borrowed my ATV and he had my jacket on, which had his wallet. And he drove the ATV off a cliff or something like that, and that person passed away. And they couldn't ID the body, and they just found the wallet, and they called his dad, thinking that he passed away. When he gets there, and he's like, "Dad, what's going on?" He's like, "What the?" And I was like, he's like, the person telling the story, his son is like, "What the kind of dad lore? Like, where did this come from? I had no idea. You never told me this, man." And it is insane. I mean, some of the stuff my dad tells me, I'm like, where the hell? How would you?
Yeah,
what the?
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you a snippet of how crazy it gets, bro. Yeah. So a few months ago, my mom went on vacation with my auntie. And again, I'm trying to build a relationship with my father. So I text him like, "Hey, Pops, like, have you had lunch? I'll go bring you lunch." And, you know, my dad's like, "Nah, it's fine. There's rice here." I'm like, "You've been eating rice for 3 days. Mom hasn't been here. I know you've been eating rice for 3 days." So I go pick up some like fried chicken. I go over there because my dad.
Don't even ask, bro. Just take it.
Yeah.
Just buy it and take it.
And my dad loves fried chicken. So he ain't gonna turn that down. He ain't gonna turn that down. So I pull up and we're like talking, and he was like, "Yeah, like, ever tell you about like my cousin or something in Puerto Rico that ran a legal lottery?" And I was like, "Bro, what?" Like, apparently like one of his cousins and like his family or whatever were running like an illegal lottery in Puerto Rico, with like hundreds of people, and like the cops were after him,
What?
and like they were like hiding like money under like mattress. It was insane.
So like what they were like, hey, put in to get
He explained how it worked. I'm trying to remember.
Like a number.
I think it functioned like a lottery,
like a raffle.
Yeah, like a raffle. Don't quote me on that. Like you're gonna ask my dad, but
he's like, I'm gonna have to investigate this further.
Yeah, right.
Christian's a goddamn liar.
I don't remember 100%, but like it was. I think that's how it functioned. Like essentially, like a raffle. But it just blows my mind that like, yo, well, I'm 33. You're telling me this, bro? Like what?
Right.
This is a story, man.
I'm sure there's a lot in dad lore, man. A lot of hidden dad lore. People would be surprised at kind of parents.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that anime, Mr. Sakamoto. What is that?
Sakamoto Days?
Sakamoto Days, yeah. Where he's like a killer.
He's an assassin. Yeah.
We saw the first episode yesterday, and now it says he's like laughing because he used to be like this badass dude, and now he's a chunky guy.
He's a chunky guy.
And she was like, was that what happened to you? And I'm like... Look, Ceci, you get one of these a year, all right? All right? And then we have a problem.
Yeah. That's your one.
You know what I'm saying?
You really wasted
this early in the year already.
Oh, that's funny.
No, but it is, oh man, it's so, I want to like dig deeper.
Yeah, man.
I want to learn more about, my family. I don't know anything about my grandfather, man. That's where I'm just like, man, y'all messing up. I don't know, what kind of... My mom tells me stuff about her relationship with him and this and that.
Yeah.
But I should be learning that from him,
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, for a long time, I was the same way. And I'm not saying you're wrong for having the mentality you have or you're wrong approaching it. But I would tell all the time, I'm like, I'm not close to my parents because they don't make an effort to be close to me.
Yeah.
And... It really, and I had to acknowledge, like, look, old dogs don't learn new tricks. They're not going to change. Yeah. So I had to make the effort of like coming over more often, calling more often, asking the questions of like, hey, like when you were a kid, what would you do here? Or like when this would happen,
No, they're definitely stuck in their ways in the sense of like, that's just not something they do.
Yeah, they don't communicate.
Like my dad, I remember like, I can tell he struggles, right, to tell me certain things. Or
my dad won't say he loves me.
You know what I mean?
Like, he will not.
He told me, like, I think it's got to be the first time he legit told me he loved me when I graduated.
No.
And I was like, damn, dude, I'm 30 years old. Or he told me he's proud of me. I think that's what it was. And I was just like, what the hell? Where were you 20 years ago? God damn it. But I could tell, like, it's not something that, like, he grew up around. Mm-hmm. It's not something that is done, especially like there's so many expectations to just like shut that down and live on because that's what you're supposed to do. And so it is really on up to like us to be like, nah, that's acceptable, Dad. Like, Dad, I love you, Pops. I have to be the one to tell them, Dad, to get a mucho or whatever. Like this and 100%. That. And then they like start to like open up about it. You know what I mean? And it's one of the things like talking about the fact that your father is 70 and and my dad is, he was born in 66. So he's like 10 years.
Yeah, he's 10 years older than my pops.
Younger.
And, math.
The thing where I tell Sassy that gets to me and is like, I saw from I don't think it's a TikTok. It's a reel, whatever. But this guy was saying like, how much time do you have left with your parents? Like people think they have years. Yeah. Right? But if you see your parents once a year and your parents are already 70... and they say they live to like 77, 78. You're only gonna see them 8 more times before they pass. And I have to go to Mexico to see my dad.
That's tough.
So if I go every year, I'm only gonna see him statistically for another 15 times before he passes. And hopefully he might live forever. That's all. Who knows? We live in time and age when that might happen.
AI dad.
There's that billionaire guy that's trying to live forever.
For real.
All I gotta do is give him my stem cells and he's just gonna gain 200 pounds and back problems. But damn it, he'll be alive.
He's like, God damn, this is not the stem cells I wanted.
But that's one of the things I told her. I'm like, man, I feel like I have so little time left. Yeah. Because he doesn't live here. Because I have to like make the trip back home and see him for a week. You know what I mean? And that kind of limits. To me, that tells me at best I have until Ana has her quinceañera. You know what I mean? Or something like that. And I'm just like, that's heartbreaking. You know what I mean? Like,
it's something we don't like to think about, you know?
No.
And
you think you have so much time.
Exactly.
And you really don't.
You don't.
Dude. You really don't. Like, even if you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, you know what I mean? Nobody expects to pass away on their way to work or whatever. So, I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's sad to think about. And I guess the broader message is here is like, make sure you tell the people you love them while you still can, you know?
No,
Whether or not they say it back, you know, it's fine.
Yeah,
like,
that's on them.
Yeah. I told my dad I love him all. On New Year's, I texted my mom and my dad. I was like, hey, Happy New Year's, guys. Love you both so much. And my dad, he'll never say I love you. He'll say cuídate, which, you know, just take care of yourself.
It's Puerto Rican for I love you.
Yeah. That's his way of saying like, I love you, you know? Like, take care of yourself, kid.
Right.
You know, I've learned to decipher.
I get it, man. Like the older generations, like real boomers, like borderline silent generation, those guys had some. I mean, their parents were like in the middle of wars and like,
they seen some shit.
They were like they seen right. They were like survivors of some really intense, the Great Depression, like whatever, right? So I can get where they're coming from. That they literally like, we don't have time for this lovey-dovey. Like, I'm trying to survive. Yeah,
man.
So I don't know. I'll give him some slack. I agree. I'm definitely on point with you where you that you have to be the one to break those curses, generationals for the forward and backward generation.
Yeah, for real, right?
You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Yeah, we kind of have to be the one. And like, I don't know. I will say this to like everybody in my generation: like, don't be too proud to like reach out. You know, because like you said, we only have so much time, bro.
Yeah, for real.
So. On that depressing note, we could switch gears here.
Yeah, let's switch gears. All right, guys, we're gonna do a little segment again. People really like the Reddit asshole, so we're gonna. Yeah, I think if we do enough of these, I might cut him up and just put him on his own playlist. Yeah. So
I'm gonna pop a quick. I'm gonna pop a quick cough drop because I don't know if I get through this without coughing. So
if you guys actually like these, let me know, man. We'll read more. We'll do more.
We'll do more.
Make a little playlist, or if you guys want to suggest different subreddits, because there's like other subreddits too, like, you know, like I said, am I the devil, you know, I don't know, stuff like that.
Also give us your opinions, right? Like, write in the comments.
What do you think? Who's the asshole here?
The asshole, maybe an asshole, I don't know. Love to hear different takes, but okay, this one the title's a little deceiving. There's more context to it.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for making a dad joke?
Okay.
All right. Note. My stepdaughter, Madeline, was about a year old when I married her mother, Jessica. Madeline's father died before she was born. Madeline is currently 15 and she's rebelling for almost everything. She did something bad, so while picking her up, I set a punishment up for her. Then she said, "You're not my dad." And I said, I don't have to follow you, honestly. I got a bit hurt from that. But I understand that she didn't mean it, and she probably changed.
How old is she?
15 currently.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I just replied, I'm still your legal guardian for the next 3 years, and as long as you're in my house, you have to follow my rules. That happened about 2 days ago. So our family was going grocery shopping when Madeline said, "I'm hungry. I need food." I decided to be extremely cheeky, and say, "Hi, hungry. Mm-hmm. I'm not your dad."
No.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Hi, cheeky. I'm not your dad. I don't know. With that kind of dad joke, dude.
That's what I'm saying. There's a little more context.
Man. You know? I think he is the dad.
Yeah. I mean, okay. No. My son just started to laugh uncontrollably. My daughter was just quiet with embarrassment, and my wife was berating me not to stoop to her level. I honestly thought I thought it was a funny dad joke, and my son agrees. So, am I the asshole? Edit, I did adopt her, so legally I am her parent.
Right. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. That's pretty funny. It'd be hard not to laugh. It is very. In my opinion, come on, dude. You're you're an asshole, dude. Like, don't be like that. Yeah, she's 15.
15-year-olds are gonna do what 15-year-olds do.
15-year-olds, from my understanding, they're gonna say the most hurtful. You know what I mean?
I think back, I was an asshole when I was a teenager, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like, you kind of gotta take it in stride, bro.
Right. And I mean, kids are so emotional.
Yeah,
right? Everything
man.
is so like
Everything's personal.
Personal. Everything is. But also, I mean, at the same time, it's like, I think I wouldn't say it's a good lesson, but I think you have to understand, like, words hurt, man. Dude.
Yeah.
How you gonna tell this person he's not your dad? But she freaking raised you.
Yeah, he raised you.
Like,
right?
that is your dad, dude. Whether or not, who's gonna... So if you're telling, like, as talking to a 15-year-old, like, the person that is your biological dad, they came in, you'd listen to them? Hell no,
right?
Dude.
Like,
you know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say this, but it would have been funny if he would have been like, when she was like, "You're not my dad," and he was like, "All right, I'll take you to the cemetery. You could talk to him then."
Oh, yeah.
That would have been cold blooded.
Hey, man, we'll do a seance.
Yeah.
Get you a
Ouija board, bro.
right now.
No, I don't know. Part of me is like, the joke isn't that bad,
Right.
Like, to say, "Hey, whatever, I'm not your dad." Like, it isn't that bad. But at the same time, I understand the point of like not stooping down to their level.
Yeah.
Like, dude, Nati and Adi get into it all the time.
Right.
And I'm always the one to tell like Adi, like, look, I get it. But at the end of the day, you're the parent. You got to kind of just swallow it,
I feel like if he said that, I think I would have followed up with like, look, I'm sorry, right? But I would also explain, like, dude, like that shit
That hurt,
dude.
yeah.
That hurt my feelings. Now you know how I feel, like, for real, like that was not cool,
Monster just leaves it. Hurts, doesn't
it? While I took a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
Like.
They said sticks and stones, huh? Guess where it's due there.
No, for real, because I mean, dang, dude, that's hardcore. That hurts.
That hurts, man. I don't know.
I would have been upset, and he's an asshole. Come on,
he's
man.
an asshole, man. Like, you don't have to.
Leave her alone, dude. Yeah. Right.
I can see why, but you don't have to.
Right.
It's kind of like you're competing with a teenager, bro.
Right.
For what?
Exactly.
Who could hurt who the most?
Right.
Yeah. No.
There's an update, right?
There's a mini update. So mini update. I'll probably give a full update later. But here's what happened so far. I go to my daughter's room after dinner and begin talking with her. Hey, I'm really sorry that I hurt you by the words I said. And I am really your dad. I changed your diapers. I met your boyfriend. And I plan on helping you through college. And plus, I'm legally your dad. So we're stuck together. But seriously, I'm going to love you like my daughter, even if you don't think I'm your dad. And then I hugged her. She did start to cry. I assume that's good. I feel like...
I assume.
Yeah, I assume, right? I feel like if he would have...
Was he a robot?
Done that, like had that conversation immediately, instead of letting it like bubble for 2 days and hit her with a joke.
2 days.
Or however many times was in between.
Right.
It was 2 days.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah,
I feel like
stew over that.
Right, damn.
At that point, like, how you mad after 2 days, bro? How you go to sleep and wake up still mad?
Right.
So, I think the second way around it was the right response. I feel like that's more in line with what I would have done.
Yeah. I would have done that pretty quickly though.
Yeah. Like, there are times when Nati crosses the line with us, and I use my dad voice. I'm like, I deepen my voice like I'm Batman,
Right.
It's like, hey, that's not okay.
Right.
And she gets like real sad, and I have to go sit down and talk to her and tell her like, look, I'm sorry I raised my voice.
Yeah.
That's not okay. But here is what you did that led to that.
Right.
Because one, I'm not saying my actions are right, but you also need to understand there's going to be consequences for the things you say. Yeah. So
I think that's very important, man. I think people like to treat kids like they're dogs, like they don't really, they don't understand, but like they will never understand if you don't do the one explaining it,
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna wait till somebody else explains it to them, like that, you know what I mean?
Exactly. I don't know. If you're not gonna discipline your kids, who is?
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah,
I don't know. And that's not to say like discipline them, like beat their ass,
right?
But like have these conversations with them and build that emotional intelligence that they understand.
Yeah, definitely.
And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, in my experience, but whatever. Nati's a little too emotionally intelligent. It's funny. We were at Home Depot today, and there was like a misunderstanding between her and Adi, and Adi was in the right. This is the time I was like, baby girl, you wrong.
Yeah.
Like, that's your mom. You got to respect her.
Right.
And she was like pushing for Adi to apologize to her.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, she doesn't owe you an apology.
Right.
Like, she was being a parent. She was right. You know? And it's hard for Nati to process that sometimes.
Right.
Because we are very like, we talk to her like an individual. So she at times sees us as equals, and it's like, we got to remind you, baby girl.
Hold on.
We're not.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like I'm all for, like I said, treating your kids with respect, having to understand. But like there is that defining boundary of like, I'm your parent, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not asking you, because what needs to happen is like they need to understand, like not every situation, they're young, right?
Yeah.
They don't have all the answers, right? I don't have all the answers, but I at least know what's best for my kid.
Exactly.
And if it hits the fan, I need you to be able to just listen
to
what
the orders,
I'm doing and follow directions. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm trying to do what's best, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They need to understand there's certain moments. No, you need to just sit down and listen,
sit down and
because
listen.
this is very serious or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, there's that boundary that I feel like is important to, and we're super chill, my Emiliano, you know what I mean? But I think I agree. That's very important. That boundary.
But let's go through some of these comments.
That was the update. That was it.
That was it. That was the update. Yeah.
She got no response from her.
No response. I will say she did start to cry. I assume that's good. Usually is with girls. You'll find that out as your daughter gets older. Every time Nati like feels better, she starts crying.
Oh, okay.
Like she's super emotional. I don't know.
Yeah. That's good. Let it out.
She's a little softy. Yeah. So what's ESH?
Everyone sucks here.
I never heard that.
Yeah. Everybody's. It's either not NTA, not the asshole.
Yeah, I know NTA.
Or YTA.
Yeah.
Everybody sucks here.
So first comment. Everybody sucks here, but that was one hell of a dad joke. I congratulate you for it. Someone has said...
It is very funny joke, dude. I'm not going to lie.
It is a good one, Like, it was a good one. I'm not taking that away from him. One of the comments just says, since you're not really her dad, the joke you made was more of a faux pas.
Faux pas.
Faux pas. That's a dad joke inception. A dad joke about a dad joke.
You took it to another level.
You're the asshole, but a small one. It's a fun joke, but wrong audience. And well done on the recovery.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is that it took him 2 goddamn days, but other than that, he still did it. I mean, he still had that conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
It's better than never to have that conversation. You know what I mean?
So, I think this next comment is kind of in line with what we were saying. So I would say that you're only wrong because you never reaffirmed that you are her real dad. My kids were adopted, and when we were little, I asked a few parents of older adopted kids how they handled the dreaded phrase. Phrase?
Yeah.
I thought I was going to say phase. Phrase. One of them said that it is important to not overreact with anger or says saddest, but it's sadness.
Right.
That just confirms their worst fear, that you believe what they said. He said to instead either say something like, but you're still my real son/daughter, so unfortunately you have to listen to me. Or make a joke, which one of his kids, he said, so am I imaginary? Quick, click your heels together 3 times, and if I disappear, then you're right. If not, then I'm real. That's a little corny. I'm never doing that.
That is very corny, but the real, you're my real son.
Yeah.
It's kind of good. I like that.
I don't think that you're the asshole, and neither of my teens have used this phrase. But I will try to make sure that she knows you don't actually believe that you aren't her real dad.
You're still my real son. Damn, that was really cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's
actually a very intelligent response. The fact that they don't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Because then
it makes it real.
Then it makes it real.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I never thought about that.
That is. I mean, you don't have an adopted kid.
No, but
I know of anyway.
Yeah. No, I've never had one. We thought about adopting at some point. We were like, hey, we'll have a boy or girl and then adopt.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I don't want any more kids right now. That's tough.
I'd adopt because you get a pick of the litter, you get the big Samoan kid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the Castorena name. Make the name proud. God damn it. No, but seriously, that's awesome. That's such a good response. And it's true. I mean, I would have just left it as what am I imaginary? Like that would have been funny, right?
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, what would my response have been if like someone like if my kid was like, "You're not my real dad." It's like, so can I stop paying for your bills then, bro? Like, no.
I don't think you'd go funny, right? I think you'd go like retaliatory.
I don't think I'd go retaliatory. It depends what you mean by retaliatory.
like I don't know. Like,
I'm not gonna go off on a kid.
Like they hurt your feelings, so you're gonna hurt theirs.
I'm not gonna hurt their feelings.
Not hurt their feelings, but like make that dad joke. I think that joke was enough.
I don't know. I'm not one to like. I can see why you would think I would do that because I'm very much like that with people.
Yeah, it's different with kids.
Yeah, it's kids. It's different, man. Like
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I agree. Like Gordon Ramsay is a good example. He's an ass with everybody else, and then with kids, he's like, "Hey, calm down."
He's such a sweetheart with kids.
Yeah, I'm like that. I find that I'm like that with at least with Nati. Other kids, I'm a little more like, "Bro, you don't talk to me." But with Nati, yeah, like she'll say some out of pocket things sometimes. And my immediate response is like, "Hey, that's too far. Right? Too far." And she'll like immediately be like, "Okay, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
You know? But like other kids, I've like Leland one time was like, "Hey, get in your car, pick me up." And I was like, first and foremost, you don't talk to me like that, kid.
Yeah.
Like you better ask, please. Second of all, no.
Yeah. I need at least 2 please in that.
Exactly, right? And pay me for gas.
Yeah. Damn, that's awesome. Yeah, I feel you, dude. It's something about your kid, man.
Yeah, it's different, bro.
That's why I tell people, man, I'm like, you think you don't like kids, or you think like I could never be a parent, and then you have kids and you're like that, like, just your kid alone, like you feel different about. I think it's different when that's what I'm trying to infer. Okay. It's different when it's your kid. You know what I mean?
I guess. I agree and don't at the
like
same
there's
time.
A lot of people that are like, oh man, I would never stop playing video games, or I would never, this and that. And I'm like, when it's your kid, it's like, it doesn't, for me, it didn't even bother me, bro. Like that I had to like put things
on the back burner.
Yeah. Like it's whatever. Like I just need to focus on them. Are they good? They got what they need? Am I doing what I'm supposed to?
You're a good parent. You were born for it. I would say it was a little harder for me, man. It was a learned like thing.
Yeah.
Because I've always said I'm very selfish, bro. I'm selfish with my time. I love being.
I'm finding myself now being like that, right?
Really?
I think it's because I'm by myself a lot of the times with the kids. So when like we're both home, I'm like, you got it, Sissy. It's like I'm tired. Like you take care of this. Like I'm gonna go do something. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I get that, man. And like when Nati was younger, bro, she would get on my nerves. I'd be like, bro, why'd I have a kid? And I don't know. Now that she's older and like we bond a little bit more, now I find like I enjoy her company. Right. Like if I'm working from home and she's downstairs, I'm like, hey, you want to come upstairs and just hang out? Like while I work? Like
there's definitely like different phases that people I think you end up like enjoying more.
Yeah.
I think like everyone has their phase. Like Ceci, she says like Anai's age right now, she's like, this is my favorite like phase
too, bro.
She's like the baby when they're not too little but they're little still, and it's super cute. And I'm like, that's cool, that's awesome. But like I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I mean, I do love it. I do love seeing them and having them and playing with them, and they're so cute. And I look pictures of Emiliano when he was that old, and I like, it fucks me up. He's getting so much older. But god damn, they just need so much attention.
Yeah, man.
I think it's that nurturing, man. Like, like they just want to nurture the kids.
I guess.
And I would rather play with them or like spend time with them, interact with them, have a conversation,
Yeah.
And that's why like Emiliano's getting into that, where I can like, we can kind of like, I can talk to him a little bit. I can, whatever. And I don't struggle with him very much as far as like getting through the day with him, sort of, because I feel like I know what he wants. Mm-hmm. I know how to get him to do what he needs to do. You know what I mean? And the baby is like, there's no communication.
There's nothing there, right?
There's nothing there.
It's like you're crying. I don't know what you want.
What do you want? Yeah. Please go to sleep. Like there's no negotiating. There's no amount of. Like,
it's like a tiny terrorism in your house. Like it's just just
please go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go to sleep. Yeah, stuff like that,
bro. I don't know. Like Ali's the same way. She loves that baby age, and I'm like, I hated it. I hated it so much. Like I love how Nati is now. Like she yaps so much, but like I almost kind of respect it because she knows it bothers me. Mm-hmm. Like she knows she's being annoying, so she does it more. And I'm like, I kind of respect it, bro. Yeah. Like I could see if I was you, I'd find that hilarious. Right. I did find myself being like the like boomer dad trying to bond with her kid the other day, because Nati's really into like watching streamers. She has like a particular one she really likes, And I was like, sometimes I watch streamers too. Just trying to like connect. And she was like, really? Yeah. And I was just like, damn, I feel like such an old man,
right?
Bro.
Like, she's like, really? Weird. Name 5. Yeah. And you can honestly just make up words. I think bucket foot, 2-hat Tim, like
bucket foot 12.
Yeah, you can probably just make random noises, right? Because these Twitch names are getting out of hand, insane, here, right? Like, what does it even mean, dude? Like,
but I don't know. I find Nati's a lot more fun to hang out with now, and I'm excited for you, Emiliano, because like you're both boys, and like you share a lot of the same.
Right.
Nati and I. Limited interest,
right?
So I know you and Emiliano are gonna have a ball.
I hope so, man. Thank you. I hope we can find. I mean, we already share interests. He loves video games. He loves just building maps and playing Rocket League.
Yeah.
And, when I tell him like, "Hey, man, it's time to get up, time to turn it off," he's like, "All right, Daddy, your turn." And I'm like, well, I wasn't going to. But and I'll sit down. He's watching me play, and he's so excited. I'm like, damn, I've never had anybody like,
right?
Even when I have my Twitch channel, I've never had anybody excited to watch me play. Actually excited, you know what I mean?
That's so dope. Dude.
So it's cool. It is really cool.
I play video games in front of Nati. She puts her AirPods in. She's like, I don't care.
I tell Ceci all the time, you don't want to like hang out while I'm playing games? Yeah. Nah, I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. I don't want to. I'm like, all right, fine.
Just say you don't love me.
Just say you don't love me. Okay. She'd rather say she doesn't love me than sit there and watch me play. And I'm like,
facts, bro.
And I hear stories of like, other people that do have that interest. Oh yeah, I love watching my grandma play, or I love watching. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's not.
No,
it's not the reality I live in. Which is, everybody has their
hobbies and stuff.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching, man. This was a lot of fun. I love hanging out, eating carne asada fries.
I know.
As you can tell, fun. I was very hungry. This man hasn't even touched this.
I ate before the camera started rolling.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
Served us and I ate the rest that came with it.
You didn't tell me these were decorations, bro. I wouldn't have ate. I would have ate the ones in the trash.
That was my lunch tomorrow, bro.
No. He's like, you weren't actually supposed to eat them. Oh man, he's like, these are actually from Home and Decor. Yeah. They're plastic.
Yeah, I picked them at TJ Maxx this morning. Yeah.
You guys have been great, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Thank you for hanging
always
out.
A pleasure.
Yeah.
And like, subscribe to keep the music alive.
Peace.
Love you guys.